Two camera. Okay. Mic here, so it shouldn't matter which way I look, right? Right. All right. Grab the camera, threw it here. Grab the camera, threw it here. Had a lot of stuff on my mind. It is 3:40 a.m. in the morning on May 21st of 2020. And I don't know what I'm going to say. I just know how I feel. And I'm always honest to you guys in my videos. People come to me and they've been saying, John, this is what we found out about the Ahmaud Arbery case. Doesn't this show that these guys are despicable? John, this is what we found out about the Ahmaud Arbery case. Doesn't it show that these guys are awful human beings that should be thrown under the gutter of the jail? That's all the stuff that I get. And people have been asking me, what is going on with you, John? Every time we tell you something about these guys, the McMichaels, looking bad, you automatically go into defense lawyer mode as if you're trying to protect the McMichaels. You got it wrong. You got it wrong. But you got it right when you say I go into lawyer mode. I do go into lawyer mode. I do talk. Every time somebody talk about this, I talk as if we're in the courtroom. And I didn't even realize I was doing it. And then when I realized that I was doing it, I asked myself, why are you doing this? And I knew why instantly. This is like a movie that's been played over a million times. And then you get these new people that come on a movie, right? Let's just make up a scenario. Um, I don't know. You go and try to save the prince the princess who's been treated wrong her whole life, Cinderella or something like that. When someone new comes into Cinderella's life and they're like, "Yo, this is whack. This is wrong. Why are you taking this? This is really bad." Cinderella is like, "This is normal. What do you mean is really bad? This is normal. This isn't bad. This is just another day for me." Because you see things happen over and over and over and over again. Anyone that sees the same thing so many times over again, I don't even know what word I want to use. You're either going to get numb to it or you just don't want it to hurt anymore. I will remember Philando Castile's name until I'm die of old age or leave this earth. But it was just a story to you guys. Some of you all don't even know who I'm talking about, even though I said his name a billion times. Some of you are tired of hearing me saying his name. Some of you get quiet when I say the great things about Philando Castile and how he lost his life for no reason. You get quiet because it makes you feel uncomfortable because there's nothing you can say back in return. So how can you ask a man who repeatedly see the same thing over again? When we die and you get your hopes up high that justice will be served this time because this black man is more innocent than that one and this one is more innocent than that one. We got to have them perfect, pitch perfect. You wait for that opportunity and nothing still happens. Officer Yanez remains free. He did no wrong to Philando Castile. Did you see my passionate lives on Amber Geiger in December? Me making songs and stuff and everything about it. Me not shutting up about the case. And people don't want to say it, but they feeling like I wish John just move on. Go back to those true crime documentaries. But when I think of Voting John eating his ice cream, I think of me just getting my apartment. I think of me not knowing what I'm going to do tonight. Think of me in my robe taking a shower. Think of me with ice cream and I die. And the person that shot me and murdered me for no reason will be out in jail before COVID is over with. 3 years, probably do 1.5. Time off. I see him in his suit. I see the great things he did for his community. And I remember during that time, The news brought up how he smoked weed sometimes. Compare. He smoked weed sometimes. Compare. Philando Castillo had a lot of driving tickets. Speeding. No criminal record. No, nothing crazy. And we fight and put our heart into this stuff. And we go out here and we make the same YouTube videos you guys are coming up making and putting your heart into about Ahmaud Arbery. And you come to me and you want me to be all riled up like the McMichaels are wrong people. And since when did being wrong matters? And I am past the stage of somebody being wrong when they kill a black man. Far past it. Being wrong ain't never got justice. I got squeezed out all my passion and love and everything that I fight for justice in these cases when I made the video on the Tatiana. And in that video, I put all those cases, but I didn't put every case. I had to clean up the video. One case I left out. He said he couldn't breathe. He said he couldn't breathe. And you know what happened? Some people went and bought t-shirts that said, if you can say you can't breathe, you can breathe. That statement, they pulled out their credit cards, slid it to buy a t-shirt over a man dying over a Lucy. One cigarette. That political statement was more important. If you can breathe, if you can talk, you can breathe. But you want me to care about being wrong. I am conditioned from my life of seeing this happen over and over again to people that all I think about now is how the person's going to get off this time. How? You know how many people I watch call Trayvon Martin a thug because he got into a fight in school? What does that have to do? You claim you like American law so much. What does that have to do with him at halftime of a basketball game wanting to go get Skittles and tea to come back and eat and drink while he watches the basketball game, not breaking any laws, not hurting anybody while he's at his father's house? It's going to happen to my son coming back to my apartment to see his dad. Since when does being wrong matters? I have to care about the law. I'm going to be the McMichaels defense attorney. You know why? As a defense mechanism to protect myself from being hurt. Instead of sitting here waiting again, like I've always done, for these guys to be free on some technicality, some law that they abided by, I'm going to figure it out for myself so that way it'll save me the suspense and I won't be hurt. I don't want to like Ahmaud Arbery. I don't want to think about Ahmaud Arbery. I don't care when you tell me these new findings that you have because it ain't never mattered. I don't care. Ooh, Travis chased someone in the house the night before and he ran away. He didn't have a gun. You know what that sounds like to me? It sounds like now Travis has a reason to say why he was on guard and why he was nervous. He went to the house the other night, another person was inside of the house. So he ran away. He had nothing to protect himself. So the second time somebody's in the house, now he has to grab his gun and protect himself. You know why I got to think like that? Because they're going to pick 12 people from the state of Georgia. And I guarantee you, they think like that. One technicality. One. You're visiting. I live it. I live it. You're just visiting. You don't know how it feels. Over and over and over again that these things happen. No one wants to look at it. On any level, any scientific level, You see these new findings and everything can justify your cause. Oh, we have a video of the police pulling over Ahmaud Arbery. Let's show this right here. You know what I think when I see that video? I think it helps Ahmaud Arbery's case
Just don't reach the car, man.
because this man is being tased because the cop did it wrong.
Warning,
And he looks at the
stay
cop like he's
stay on the
stupid.
ground, okay?
He doesn't punch the cop. He isn't violent towards the cop. He doesn't run towards the cop. He gets on his knees, hold his hands out, and continue to look at the cop like, you crazy. You know that second cop came on the scene to blast him like that with that taser? Probably because he looked like a super predator, huh? Remember that word, super predators? I didn't know you already tested them. Oh, you didn't know. You just shot first, right, huh? Good thing it was a taser that didn't work, or Ahmaud Arbery would have already been dead. We have on video 2 police officers there, and he doesn't get violent with them. He doesn't do anything. He applies with everything they say. We have another case where he's running. He gets stopped at a school, and he assists the cop and tell him at the gun that he threw down. No resisting, but guess what? It doesn't matter. Because that ain't the world we live in. We live in a world where somebody saw a big old tall black dude with a big old pimp coat on with his chest out, being around in the park or someplace dangerous that he had no place being in. Being a little hostile and aggressive towards the cop, because aggressive is so subjective. We can use it whenever we want to. An implicit association test uses speed and your correlation with your vision using pictures, and it can pull out any biases that you may have. Look for yourself.
Now the real challenge starts. You're instructed to sort both photos and words, whatever flashes on the screen. For some runs, you are instructed to press the same key for white faces and good words, say on your left, and a different same key for black faces and bad words, say on your right. If you have a more positive association with white folks as compared to black folks, then in this particular arrangement, you will find your groove and fly through the test. Most of us do. But on other runs, which are randomized and counterbalanced, the IAT will give you different directions. Press the same key for white faces and bad words, and another same key for black faces and good words. In these runs, most players can't quite get into a groove, take longer to respond, and make more mistakes by hitting the wrong key. The average time differential between the two arrangements, white plus good as compared to black plus good, is called the IAT effect and reflects the strength of an attitude. On average, we might be a fraction of a second faster pairing white faces with good words than black faces with good words. This means that on average, we have an implicit preference for whites. On average, our implicit attitudes, which, to remind you, are overall valences toward a category, predictably favor certain groups over others. 80% of participants prefer young over old, 69% thin over overweight, 68% white over black, 76% able-bodied over disabled. Our implicit stereotypes, which are specific trait associations, are also predictable. 72% of participants associate blacks with weapons as opposed to harmless objects. 61% associate Asians with the foreign as opposed to American. 72% associate women with humanities as opposed to math. 76% associate women with family as opposed to career.
Let's do one quick demonstration of this. And you won't hear anything else about me on the Ahmaud Arbery case, because if I keep looking at every detail that come out, I'm going to care again, and I'm going to get my heart broken again. So here's your test. I'm about to show you a nighttime video on the house that Ahmaud Arbery went into. It only lasts a couple seconds. Look at it. What did you see? You see somebody trespassing? I want to show you another quick video, and I want you to tell me what you see. Did you see someone trespassing? Did you see someone that broke the law and they should be chased down? They should be shot multiple times? I know I said I'll leave after that, but this just reminded me of something new findings. And the new findings, and we know he was shot 3 times. But mainly when you hear that video, you only hear 2 shots. And it's because the split second Ahmaud Arbery went to the front of that truck, turns out Mr. Travis was going towards Mr. Arbery too.
And here is Travis, now leaning toward him. This is the instant the first shot is fired.
You can see for yourself. So the split second Mr. Arbery went in front of that truck, one little twink, one little Travis comes and shoot him.
Arbery is hit in the chest, his right lung, ribs and sternum are injured. The 2 men wrestle over the gun. Gregory shouts, "Travis!" Arbery punches Travis. In the back of the truck, Gregory drops the cell phone. A second blast goes off.
This isn't the simple shot that hits his hand. It isn't. Because before the second shot is ever fired, you can see Ahmaud Arbery bleeding from his side. He was already in a split second shot at close range with a shotgun to his abdomen. That quick. He probably was going to die anyway. So when you think of them tussling for the gun and you say, we say that, they're both fighting for the gun. No, Ahmaud was already shot. Every time, if his hand is touching the gun, he was already blasted. Boom. Second shot. That's the one that hit his hand. And the third one finished him off. Doesn't matter though. According to the ambiguous Georgia laws, they'll either get off or they'll serve a really light sentence like everybody else, Fruitvale Station, name any case you want to name. That's what's going to happen because that's what always happens. So instead of me hanging on to a case like I be hanging on to all of these cases and they hurt me while you guys go on and live your life, I'm going to try to go on and live my life because I already know what happens at the end of this story. Don't blame me for feeling this way. At least I was honest with you. I'm out. Yes. Yeah. John Real, y'all. All I know is to be me, dude. So focus on myself and these goals I gotta see through. No more kissing up John, no sippy cup. 2 can play the game in Maine, I ain't Vivica. Win against the grain to the ceiling bust. Cause when I threw them things, it was 10 of them. One hook had them rocking like pendulums. Damn Real stood my ground, no Zimmerman. Yeah, the fire, the passion had a brother sitting hard on a mountain. Aspen, they can't understand my zone, asking why am I drastic. Cause I watch you sat back and allowed the happen, man. Trayvon, Jimmy, and Willie. Kill my brother, don't fucking hug me. Marissa shot her 1 in 20. Man, I'ma put his blood in ice cream.
All I know is to be me, dude. Trying real hard not to think the world evil. But most of y'all so see-through. You understand, you just don't want me to reach you. Ideology first instead of peaceful. You lie to sound good, you don't really want equal. Feeble beetles telling people you eagles, but the world sees you, smells you fecal. Mickey, thanks for the motivation. You taught me living good, gonna show the haters. Man, I just really wanna know the haters, so they can tell me why they fucking faceless. The hate in their life, they don't wanna face it, so they think pissing you off the only thing to make it. But the only thing they really making, and orthoflex all other mental patients playing Columbine in they fucking basement, saying sayings that they blame on Satan. Licking shots, but I think it's tasteless. Capitalism, one dies so one can make it. Erase it, don't chase it. How you know that's greatness? Go ask Takashi how it fucking feels to make it. Or ask Shotty how them 15 are tasting. Now the baby that fast has replaced them. I'm just trying to be me, dude, and make a better world for all four of my sequels. Don't hide, I see you. You ain't got a beat, dude. One can never get caught if one keeps it peaceful. Your mind can police you. I side when police you. Won't dodge, I won't hide. I will die with my people. Revive, come alive. We gon' fight this and see through. Don't see us as equals. Trust we all the T-Bulls. The best stuff they make up are Teslas instead of slaws that stop slugs from chest buzz. It feels like there's no help they've left us. Unless dunk or touchdown when dressed up. A mess blood is spread on a dresser. When a small kid sees that, what they think of. They grow up with pride max and chest up and transform to what others think of. I stop it, dog. Cop telling us drop it, dog. They wanna see us juck and jive. Shoot or less we walk it off. Sarcastically we crying out. Using race to hide a flaw. Yes, we dressing up the cop to shoot us up and lied out. Barbecue Betty was right. We breaking ordinance laws. And permit Patty was right. We can't sell water to y'all. Corey Lewis stole the kids and the way we babysitting y'all. Last meal was Haagen Dazs cause both they couldn't lock the door. So all I want is to be me, dude. All I want is to be me, dude. Yeah.